All right, team, welcome to your first session. I'm your lead engineer, and today we are going deep under the hood of the internet. I want you to forget what you think you know, because we're about to decode the web itself. Ready to get started? Look, a lot of people think the internet is just magic. It's not. It's a conversation, a massive, nonstop conversation between machines all over the world. And just like any conversation, it has a language, it has rules, and today, you're gonna learn how to speak it. Imagine trying to talk to someone if you were both just shouting random words. It would be chaos, right? Nothing would get done. You need rules. And on the internet, these rules are called protocols. They're the one thing that makes sure every single device on this planet is planned from the same playbook. So what are protocols, really? Think of them as the official rulebook for how data gets from point A to point B. They're like a universal translator, making sure a computer in New York can have a perfect conversation with a server in Tokyo without a single bit of confusion. This right here, this is the foundation of the entire internet. Okay, so the very first protocol you need in your toolkit is one you use all the time, probably without even thinking about it. It's called HTTP. Every single time you type a website into your browser, you're actually sending out an HTTP request. You're basically saying, hey server, send me all the pieces for this site. The text, the images, the videos, all of it. Your browser then gets all those pieces and puts them together into the page you see. But here's the thing you have to understand about HTTP. Think of it like sending a postcard through the mail. It's open. Anyone who gets their hands on it along the way can read exactly what you wrote. It's fine for saying hello, but it is terrible for secrets. Now, like I said, a postcard is fine for some things, but what if you're sending sensitive information, your password, your parents' credit card number? You would never, ever write that on a postcard for the whole world to see. You'd need a much more secure way to have that conversation, right? And that's where HTTPS comes in. See that S at the end? That S is everything. It stands for secure. So instead of a postcard that anyone can read, HTTPS puts your data inside a locked safe. It encrypts it, which is just a fancy way of saying it scrambles everything into a secret code that's completely unreadable to anyone except you and the server you're talking to. All right, time for your first challenge. Pay attention. You're on a website. You look up at the address bar and it starts with HTTP no S, and it's asking for your password. Is it safe? You've got 10 seconds on the clock. Go. Exactly. It is absolutely not safe. It's like shouting your password in a crowded room. You never, ever do it. Excellent work. Let's move to the next level. So HTTP and HTTPS handle most of your day-to-day web browsing, but they aren't the only languages the internet speaks. For certain really specific jobs, you need specialized protocols. Think of them as different digital dialects. So first up, meet FTP. That's the File Transfer Protocol. This is the internet's heavy lifter. When you're downloading a huge file, like a new video game or a big software update, chances are you're using FTP. It was built for one job, and one job only, moving big files from one place to another, fast and reliably. And then you've got the internet's own postal service. That's SMTP, or Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Its entire mission in life is to handle email. The moment you hit send on a message, SMTP is the protocol that takes over, making sure your email gets from your computer to the right inbox, wherever it is in the world. Okay, level up, quick fire round. Imagine you're a game developer and you need to upload a massive game file to the main server. Which protocol are you using for that job? FTP or SMTP? 10 seconds on the clock, go. You got it, FTP. FTP is the cargo plane. SMTP is the mail truck. For a massive file, you always bring in the heavy machinery. Fantastic. So let's do a quick recap of your new protocol toolkit. You've got HTTP for just general everyday web browsing. You have HTTPS, the armored truck for anything secure like passwords and shopping. You got FTP, the heavy lifter for big files, and you got SMTP, the postal service for all your email. You now know the fundamental languages of the web. And this is the most important part of today. You're not just a user anymore. You're not just browsing the web. You're starting to understand the architecture behind it. You're beginning to think like an engineer, and trust me, that changes everything. That's a wrap on this session. From now on, I want you to start spotting these protocols out in the wild. Look for that S in HTTPS every time you're online. Keep asking how things work. You did great work today. I'll see you in the next one.